tonight. I crash into a wall. Marshall runs away. And my go-kart breaks down. Hello and welcome to another Team Sport go-karting video. We're here at High Wycombe for Need for Speed event, and we're going to kick things off with some violence. There you go, nice big smash from the right hand side on the opening lap, and that's going to set the tone for the video here tonight. It was an extremely violent session, and no one seemed to get any penalties for the whole night, so yeah, interesting to say the least. So yeah, we're following behind what I believe to be the only other heavyweight here tonight with the Scottish helmet, but not for long because someone has got the inside here and we're about to give that position away, unfortunately. So we're just learning the track at this stage, not really sure where the braking points are and how people are going to behave around me, but I'm going to get a very quick education. And it's going to be a fairly unpleasant one at times. Give the guy ahead a little bit of a tap there. It's okay, he's got ahead. Looks like Mr. Scottish Helmet ahead has held this guy up a little bit, so there might be an opportunity for us. We're not going to do it around the outside though. So I'm just going to stay in tow for now. Now, an opportunity. Is it going to open up? No, not just yet. But we're following behind now, covering off the inside. Giving him a little tap there. That's not really how I like to pass people, but we were being pushed from behind. Not to worry though, because we will be giving Mr. Scotland back his position in a lap or two when events unfurl. For the time being though, we've earned ourselves a little bit of space. So we thought. There's another guy trying to sneak up the inside. We've kept the position for now. And just trying to stay on track, on line, not make any mistakes. So far so good. At this point we are gaining on the driver in the red suit up ahead. Don't know his name, so I'm just going to call him Mr. Red Suit for now. Covering off the inside because there is a guy right behind me. And at the same time we are sneaking up on Mr. Red Suit now. So a move could be on. Gaining even more time through the tight and twisty section. And he's lost a lot of time there, so I'm diving down the inside. Made the move work. Gain a lovely position. So at this point, things are looking pretty good. I'm moving forward. Everything seems to be fine. But I do see the position here, and then a whole train of karts come through, and it all begins to unravel as I am smashed straight into the wall and then given another thump. Just for good measure. And now I'm stuck. I do press the throttle a few times to try and get out. I realise that's not going to work, so in the end I just push myself out. Signal to the marshals that I'm able to move again and we can crack on. And once again I find myself behind Mr. Scotland. So let's see if we can retake the position and salvage something from this race. I do feel we've got the speed advantage here against the Scottish driver. Not through that corner though, that wasn't too clever. There you go, he's clipped the wall there though, and that has given us a little bit of an advantage. reeling him in through the S's. Not close enough to have a go just yet. But we've gained a few more inches on him there, and now we are right behind him. You can see he's looking over his shoulder. Will he open the door here? Not just yet. He definitely knows I'm there. Scything into his advantage here. Now I'm going for it. Is he going to leave the door open? Yes. So we've retaken the position. And that was basically enough. That was all the action from race 1. So we're going on to race 2 now. This was a grid started race. And immediately you can see the driver ahead waving frantically. He's very aggravated and confused about something. He's left the space in front of him. I'm not really sure why. He does occupy that space now. But he's still visibly confused. And he's now expressing that confusion to other drivers. And you can see it's contagious, because before long, everybody's confused. We don't know where we are, what we're doing, how we got dressed. What's going on? No one understands. So after lots of shouting and pointing and shrugging, it's eventually decided that we're going to go around and do another formation lap. So the marshal is going to come to the front of the queue and indicate that we're going to do another formation lap. There she is. And in continued confusion, we do eventually start nudging forward for another formation lap. And you can see that the driver behind me is not keen to let me go. He is going to attempt an overtake here. And not content with letting that one go, he's now going to give me a big shunt down the ramp. This is a formation lap. I'm not really meant to be fighting, but maybe that's just the way things are done around here. We continue our formation lap now. We're going to make our way back round to the grid and try again to start from the grid. I'm not too sure what the problem was, other than unoccupied grid spots. I do have half a mind now though to cover the inside, just in case there are any more formation lap lunges. Put my hand up to say please don't do that. But you never know. Okay, so we're coming around to the grid, and you can see that this time we're occupying different spots. Obviously someone has been killed on the formation lap. Rest in peace. But it was always going to happen, considering the way that people seem to be driving around this place. And now we are finally ready. There's a lot of laughter at the back. Obviously something has gone wrong again, but this time we don't care. We're going to go ahead. Visor down, lights flashing. Here we go. And we're off. Reasonably good start. I have to back out a bit though, because there's no way I'm going to get through on the inside there. And immediately there is more violence up ahead. Lots of smashing and banging. I'm just going to try and hang on, pick off anyone who falls victim. Mr. Scotland leaves the door open, but right after we hop through on the inside, we're presented with another red flag. So we haven't made it through the first lap. The marshals do wave us through and over the ramp. Usually when they do that, the lights are yellow, but you know, whatever. do as we're told. As you can see, Now they have gone yellow. So, not quite one lap of green flag racing. We're rolling back down onto the start-finish straight under yellow flags. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm safe. We've seen already that people will lunge you under those yellow flags, so you've got to be careful. Cars appear to be slowing. Does that mean the leader is going to try and get a jump on him when the lights go green? Well, not yet. Coming back onto the start-finish straight now. And green flag racing, there we go. Pretty poor restart from me. I'm slow to react. Thankfully, no one has lunged me just yet, so I can focus on the karts ahead, see if there's any time to be made. Little tap on the driver ahead there, but I did get tapped from behind. Following through this tight section here, seeing if there's any opportunities. Someone has snuck up on my inside, however, and I'm not going to be able to defend this. I do concede another 2 positions there. Yeah, it's very difficult to defend when you're pushed out onto the outside. And now another punt. Look at that, big smash straight into the barrier. Managed to maintain the position for now, however, and it's another yellow flag. I wonder if it was the driver who punted me. Maybe not. So I'm rolling around again on the yellows. I venture to say most of this race has been conducted under yellows so far. Everyone's just raring to go. Massive punt from behind. Looks like we're rolling around again. Still yellow. And now it's gone green. Not much opportunity to spring anyone there really, so just following everyone through. More violence up ahead. Lots of karts alongside each other. Another little tap from behind. Got the inside here. Can I make it stick? I don't think we've got the traction, but he has left the door open. That's not a particularly clean move, so we're going to give that position back. Have to back out of that one, and now I'm getting more punts from behind. Managed to cover off the inside there. See the driver in the Ferrari helmet really getting stuck in. Lots of contact up ahead. Now, will I be able to take advantage of any of this? Doors open, I'm going for a lunge. Not the cleanest move, but I do think I was at least 50% alongside as we went into the corner. I don't think Mr. Ferrari helmet is particularly pleased by that. But we hold him off for the time being. Struggling to keep up with the lightweight drivers. We do have to do a bit of defending here. Kept the inside line, kept the position. More punts from behind. Lost quite a lot of time to the driver ahead now. So I'm turning my mind to a more defensive race. A little bit late though, because we've lost another position. Can we hold on? Yes, we've maintained this one. But there are lots of cars behind. And another punt straight into the side of me. Holds his hand up as a kind of apology there. I think we both know that that wasn't the best move. I'm going to try and follow him around here. I believe he makes a mistake here, which allows me to pull back alongside and retake the position on the inside. I'm going to have to watch my inside now again. This time we're safe. For these lightweight drivers, they are very quick through these acceleration zones, and yeah, he's made the move stick properly this time. Another one's followed him through. Not much we can do about that, really. And another red light. And this begins a very lengthy stoppage, during which time we are ushered downstairs. You can see in the distance up ahead, a marshal is carrying a wheel that's obviously been smashed off a cart. He's handed it in to his colleague, and now he's fleeing in terror. Obviously what he's seen is so terrifying, he just doesn't want to be a part of this anymore. So, here we are, about to go green again. Fortunately, Mr. Ferrari Helmet's got the jump on us there. We try the switch back, but he's got just a little bit too much traction, and we're unable to reclaim the position. Now that might have been the end of the racing action in that race, but it wasn't the end of my troubles, because as we round the final corner on the way back to the pits, my cart's given up. Probably taken just too many blows to the side, into the rear, and it's conked out. Thankfully the marshal's running over to save me. Do offer to push it back into the pits, but
at least it was now.
Yeah, could have been worse.
I'll give it a second.
that's very true. Could have been worse.
Okay, try now.
And then we do make it back to the pits. Now, moving on to the next race, we've now been banned from grid starts because we were just too rubbish at them. Mr. Scotland opens the door on the first corner and we dive through. More violence up ahead. Look at all that crashing. Sense an opportunity and I dive through. Taking the inside. Let's see how long we can hold this position. Driver behind, not happy with that. Lets me know with a big smack on the back end. Look at that. So looking over my shoulder now, in case we are once again torpedoed. I covered the inside because he is pretty close behind me. Gaining a little bit of time through these tight, twisty sections, but we give it all back in the acceleration zones. Just a little bit too heavy to be fighting these guys, really. Keeping an eye over my shoulder. covering that inside where I can. Leave the door open. No, I've covered it off. And there might be an opportunity coming up ahead if these guys keep on scrapping. And here it is. Is this the time? No, not quite. But we are once again getting very close to Mr. Red Suit. Back end steps out on him there. Very close. And unfortunately, two cars have managed to sneak up the inside. Not much we can do about that. I'm going to follow them through, and hopefully we can make that move on Mr. Red Suit. He makes a mistake there. Unfortunately, I'm not able to capitalise. He loses the back end again, and you can see I am all over him at this point. So I think we're going to make a move into this corner. It's a bit of a dive bomb, but no contact, we make it work. Thankfully he was aware. But then he punts me right back here. Really not happy with that. So what goes around comes around, mate. I'm going to punt you back and retake the position. There you go. Another person there who's exploring the walls, much as I did earlier. Not the best place to be, I'm afraid. And there's another red flag. So we're moving on now to the final race. Again, we are still banned from the grid starts due to our shambolic behaviour on the first attempt. Pretty poor first corner from me there, clipping the inside barrier and losing a load of momentum. Immediately I'm under pressure and not really able to challenge the drivers up in front, but they are holding each other up by scrapping. I'm gaining quite a bit now, so looking for an opportunity to sneak past. There's a guy trying to sneak past my inside as well. To maintain a position for now, but I think we are just losing a little bit of time to the guys ahead. Gaining it back through this tight, twisty section. Driver in red there pits, not entirely sure why, but now I am following what I believe is Dante. Getting a little bit of crowd on him up the ramp there. I'm not sure if that's because I used my boost. Very quickly though he does pull away. And I've got someone on my inside, I think. Yeah, it's a fair move, so I'm going to let him through. Unfortunately that does result in me conceding another position and another position. And now more violence up ahead. Look at all this. Like a pinball through there. It does seem to be the way that business is done at Team Sport High Wycombe. And yeah, as far as I'm aware, no penalties were given out for the whole event, despite some very violent driving from all concerned. Unfortunately, this is where my camera cuts out. So I'm going to show you the final result. Not much more action in that final session. Thanks for watching.